But Stella Artois is the lighter of the 5%ers, in my opinion. All right? So anyway, let's go ahead and get back to Radio Graffiti. Give us a call, man. All right? Not bad. It's very, very light beer, in my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and let's see who we have here. How about 631 Radio Graffiti?
What's up, Ghost of Hitman Cause?
Hey, what up? The Hitman Cause in the house, man. What up, dude?
Yeah, can't complain, man. It's been a hell of a show.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. And what a shocker in the playoffs in the NFL, right?
You're telling me, man. What the hell was that y'all did against the Packers?
I have no idea what the hell that was. That was Dak Prescott being most valuable player for the Packers. That's what that was. And moreover, I don't know what happened to the defense. We used to have, at least during the season, one of the best secondaries out there. We were picking off quarterbacks. We were having Micah Parson penetrate that O-line and sack quarterbacks. Where the fuck was any of that shit? And moreover, they were playing man coverage instead of zone. And the reason they should have played a zone is because they had these people that had no coverage that were playing the slot, like the tight end or another receiver that's outside the wide, or that's outside the wide receiver scope of players. And that's how they beat them. That's how they fucking beat them. So I'm just saying, in my opinion, we got beat because Dan Quinn, who was supposed to be some badass defensive coach, fucked up and not, first of all, blitzed at Love because it showed that they were actually going and passing. And secondly, playing man coverage, we got beat. I mean, you could get beat in the zone as well, but at least in the zone, somebody can take the assignment. But when you're playing man coverage, you just take one man. I'm sorry. I'm upset. It's one of the biggest playoff disappointments in Cowboy history. And now I feel a little better after the choking session of the Eagles, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I didn't expect for them to choke like they did, the Eagles, I'll be honest.
And how did you not expect it? After how badly they were choking like a $2 whore in the second half of the season, how did you not see that coming?
I don't know. They played like a bat out of hell like the first half of the season. I mean, we all remember Jalen Hurts. He was in the Super Bowl the last season, right? I mean, come on, Maine.
Yeah. And, you know, it really sucks for Jason Kelsey, the center for the Eagles, because this was his last season. And this... I can only imagine this is just the last way that he wanted to go out.
Yeah, I saw him get pretty emotional because he did say that this was going to be his last game. And, yeah, he looked pretty taken back by it. It sucks. And, you know, I don't know if you saw the sideline, but the sideline was being there was a mutiny going on against Jalen Hurts on that sideline, man. So I feel bad for the Eagles more than I do the Cowboys. You know, when you have Dak Prescott as the damn quarterback, I expected this. This is what he usually does, you know?
Yeah. It's unfortunate for y'all, but given his track record, you know, what can you do?
I hear you, man. Hey, you want to give a shout-out to anybody there, the Hitman?
Of course, shout out to you. Shout out to the kick chat that I'm in. And also, shout out to C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, no shit. C.J. Stroud, man. The fucking quarterback for the Houston Texans. A rookie setting all kinds of records. I got my eye on the Houston Texans, all right? Stroud, man, he's the man. I'm telling you. Not only is this a man that can run with the ball, not only can he throw the short stuff, the short slants, this guy can throw the long ball, baby. This guy can throw the long ball. He's legit. Anyway, let's stop talking about football. Let's get back to Radio Graffiti.
And here I am with my afterthoughts. First off, I need to apologize for putting this up so late. Thing is, like, I was waiting for the VOD, like, after the show ended, like, I was waiting like a couple hours after, but then like I had to go to work, and then like after that I lost track of time. So then I essentially forgot about it the next day. But then it finally clicked in my head. So then I finally was able to get to it. Now that's out the way. I want to say this, that first off, I wanted to discuss more about CJ Stroud. That's why I gave a shout out to him. And speaking of which, I've said it before to people, and I really believe it now that CJ Stroud is him. And it's so crazy because I watched the highlights and stuff, because I was watching my team more than anything else, because Giants are my team. Right? How am I not gonna watch them? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so then I usually watch my games on this one site called Caracal, because this one dude is always streaming NFL Red Zone, which watches all the games that happen at once. Like if all the game like on Football Sunday, if there's it'll capture all the 1 o'clock games at once, all the 4 o'clock games at once. So you could literally catch all the NFL action you want at once. So with that being said, it allowed me to keep close tabs on other teams, and then the Texans, just given their situation, they caught my eye, because no one, including me, was expecting them to to play as good as they did. And one of the catalysts behind them playing as good as they did was their rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud. And for a while, before they, once they got to, once they were on their way to being at 500, I was like, all right, this kid's got some skill. And then once they were at 500, I'm starting to see him play more and more, and part of me is thinking, is he him? Is he him? And then once they continue to excel, I'm like, he just might be him. And then as I know now, as I can confirm now, that yes, CJ Stroud is him. And although I admit I do not expect, I really don't expect the Texans to beat the Ravens, but it would be really nice if they did. Because don't get me wrong, CJ Stroud is him, but I still think this Texans team has a few more levels to hit before they can be ready to take down the Ravens. But at the same time, I'm still not 100% convinced that the Ravens are even gonna go all the way, let alone beat the Texans, just because their past history. And sure, yes, Lamar Jackson had another MVP season that was much well deserved. Just there's been quite a few times in the playoffs, and also in just regular season games, where I've seen them play and they underperform. Or in the case of the Steelers, no offense to them, they'll play down to their competition. Where, in a case on paper, it looks like they should be winning, but they fumble. no pun intended. Then, another thing I'd like to address is as we spoke about the Eagles, and I'm genuinely surprised that he was shocked that the Eagles lost the way they did, because sure, I can't talk because my boys had a very disappointing and underwhelming season, but at the same time, given our records, the Eagles should not have lost to us in the final week. Sure as hell felt very satisfying that they did, though. Not gonna lie. But just the fact that they crapped the bed so badly against us in the final game of the season, and also Eagles fans, y'all can spare me about the whole sitting out the starters thing, because number one, you guys weren't. Two, and this is the biggest thing, Jalen Hurts got benched. So if your starting quarterback got to get benched because he's playing so ass, then you should have saw the shit coming. So that's why when it came to even going in against the Buccaneers, I was like, nah, they better get over themselves and bring it back to how they were last year, or else they're not winning. And lo and behold, they still played like how it was during the second half of the season. And to the surprise of no one that's seen them play as of late, they lost. And as much as I hate the Eagles and hate Eagles, well, some Eagles fans, not all of them. There's like very few that are cool. But still, as big as my disdain is for them, I feel so bad for Jason Kelce, just because you got this dude who, honestly, I'd like to compare to Joe Thomas, if y'all remember him, who played for the Browns, spent his whole career with the Browns, just like how Kelce spent his whole career with the Eagles. And sure, yes, he does have one. He did win a Super Bowl, but even still, it's just, it just sucks. You work hard all your career, and you just and you play as hard as you do, you practice as hard as you do, and you try to get yourself to the next level. You try to do everything in your power to be as good as you possibly can, and to have only one ring to show for it. It has to be frustrating. But, no offense to Joe Thomas, one is better than none. But even still, like, for me, the biggest thing that makes me feel bad for Jason Kelce is how he went out. Because when it comes to a player retiring, not just, a great player like he was, just a player, period, knowing that this could be your last season, or you have the mindset and your mind's already made up that this is the final season. This is all you got left, and you can't give any more. It just sucks that you couldn't end the season end your career on a high note. And sure, yeah, not every player who's about to retire can end the shit on a high note, but it still stings. It still stings that you weren't able to do that. But if it's any consolation for him, at least he didn't go out getting blown out 62-7. Sorry, Dan Marino. It had to be said. But that's gonna do it for this video. Before I head out, I do want to give a few more shout outs. First off, shout out to the man and in Philly. Shout out to the underdog and the rest of the Underdome. And shout out to my boy Haywood. And with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boy. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, I am the Hitman Kaz. And if you see me coming, run.